building a better America. Because that's who we've been. That's who we are. And we can do this.
Air Force One touching down at PTI today, which the plane itself often does for touch and goes, but today officially as Air Force One, as President Biden made a trip to Greensboro, where he toured North Carolina A&T's Engineering Research and Innovation Complex to learn about the robotics and cybersecurity studies. Biden also spoke about issues with inflation and the influx of businesses coming to North Carolina and Greensboro as a whole. Good afternoon. Welcome to the Fox 8 4 o'clock news. I'm Michael Hennessy.
And I'm Natalie Wilson. We had crews at PTI and North Carolina A&T capturing each leg of the president's visit. Fox 8's Aaliyah Sims has reactions from students at A&T.
But first, let's toss it over to Tyler Harden, who has the most important takeaways from Biden's speech. And Tyler, Natalie summed it up as Made in America. What were your takeaways?
Well, first, this president's speech lasted around 30 minutes, and this room is where it happened. This room was filled with students, CEOs, elected officials, and more as the president drew focus to his Building a Better America plan. From making and buying American-made products, investing in infrastructure, and creating jobs. It's something we've seen here recently in Greensboro, and a reason for the president's stop. Some of the biggest applause came from when the president highlighted major milestones for companies here in the Triad, including Thomas Built Bus's largest order for electronic bus fleets, Volvo Trucks' largest commercial order for electric trucks, and the fact Toyota is investing billions of dollars in the battery plant here. He says now is the time to create and keep jobs at home.
Empowering more communities to do what you're doing here in Greensboro. Transforming yourself into a city of the future, not the past, where instead of shuttered factories, we're building clean energy technology that's going to power the future in America and around the world. Helping America achieve true energy independence by creating good jobs and fighting for climate change. And if we continue this, we're not only going to be investing here, we're going to export billions of dollars worth of product for the rest of the world.
Michelle, did President Biden during his visit here today.
And I do want to mention that the EPA Administrator Michael Regan, who is a North Carolina A&T State alum, he is actually here still talking with some of the attendees here. You can see there behind me. And now the president called on Congress to pass the Bipartisan Innovation Act and infrastructure law. This is something he says will move his vision forward in America. Now coming up at 5, I'll have more on the president's speech here and his response to the rising inflation. Live in Greensboro tonight, Tyler Harden, Fox 8 News.
And we continue our team coverage with Aaliyah Sims. A surreal moment. That's how students at North Carolina A&T State University are describing the visit from President Joe Biden on their campus. Fox 8's Aaliyah Sims was on Bluford Street as dozens of people waited for his arrival. I can still see there's a crowd behind you, Aaliyah. So what have people been saying since the president stopped by?
Yeah, Natalie, this crowd of about 200 people, they've been waiting for hours behind this barricade just to get a glimpse of the president. Now, we even saw some people watching from across the street through the health center's window. Now, as Secret Service and police checked the area, you could see the excitement and hear the excitement in students' voices, thinking it was President Biden. And you can hear the disappointment when they found out that it wasn't, until they seen about 20 vehicles going down Bluford Street, one with the president inside. And we even saw him give a wave to the crowd. And even though his visit was delayed an hour, it didn't stop people from lining the sidewalk with signs ready in hand. Now let's take a look at some of that video from earlier from the president's motorcade. Yeah, you could hear people yelling, "Go Joe," as he rode by. And I spoke to one student who was out here since 10 this morning. He waited 4 hours with his roommate, and he tells me he found out 2 days ago the president was coming to his campus, even though he didn't believe it at first. He said he couldn't miss this moment because he wants to hear what the president has to say and how it could affect him in the future. He says the president could have been anywhere in the world, but chose to come right here to the #1 HBCU in the country.
It's just a humbling experience that he would want to come here and see what A&T has to offer to the world, to the the American economy, to just the world in general. I came out with my roommates and we were like, hey, let's skip class and see the president. So sorry, Mom, but it's the president.
And that's what we've been hearing from students pretty much all day, that many skip class just to get that wave from the president. Now, they say they'll never get this opportunity again. Now, we also caught up with Councilwoman Sharon Hightower, who described this moment as being a kid in the candy store. Now, coming up at 5, we'll hear why she says and feels that coming to the #1 HBCU in the country was the best decision that the president could have made. Live in Greensboro, Aaliyah Sims, Fox 8 News.
And speaking of students, another student, not a college student, but one boy, stealing the show today. Once President Biden landed at PTI, 7-year-old Matthew Regan, son of the nation's current EPA administrator and former North Carolina Department of Environmental Quality Secretary Michael Regan. Well, Matthew got a handshake, and you can see it right there, a hug from President Biden after he got off Air Force One. As the president's talking, you can see he was comfortable putting his arm around Matthew while talking with state and city leaders, including Greensboro Mayor Nancy Vaughn, Congresswoman Kathy Manning, the governor, as well as Guilford County Commissioner Skip Alston. Matthew, we've learned, even rode with President Biden to A&T.